relatively small part in finding Langston. And he's a bully. He's a bully who bullies Langston quite a bit. The third book is called Being Clem. It's another character who's a small part that's in the first book. But Lyman, it's interesting, at least I talked about it, and she just got intrigued by, and I understand it well, because any of us might think about this, it's like, how does somebody become a bully? People born bullies? Typically not. Usually something has happened in life to bring us here. So Lyman also has just moved up. This is all, these books take place, well, these two books take place primarily sort of kind of towards the tail end of the Great Migration, I think. And Lyman also has just moved up north to Chicago with his family fairly recently. So their backgrounds are actually not dissimilar, but they find themselves on opposite sides. And he had a beloved grandfather who played guitar with him, and Lyman was wrapped in love where he came from. And his grandfather died. And they came from, so without much further ado. And I should tell you, he's in Milwaukee now. So he's been separated from, his mom is not really in his life. He's being raised by his grandma. That's all he knows. Aunt Vera signed me up for my new school at 4th Street Elementary in Milwaukee. I try not to get too sad thinking about how on my last first day of school, I sat with Grandpops in his truck. Now I was walking with just me and Mom. I think Mom was trying not to think about it too much because she let me wear my best shirt and the pants from the suit I wore to Grandpa's funeral. She got up early and made me some more eggs and bacon than I could eat. She could walk pretty good then, but we left early so she could take her time. I was in a hurry, hoping I'd finally meet some boys in Milwaukee. I walked so fast I had to stop, turn around, and come back for her. She told me more than once to slow down. Even though she left early, when I walked so slow, we got there at the same time as everyone else. Everyone came walking with their mamas and daddies, sometimes both, but not a one that I could see came with their grandma. That's when I slowed down. The girls were in dresses and the boys dressed as nice as church Sundays. This school looked like the picture in my head. Big and brick with steps in the front, made me stop and take it all in. What you waiting for? Ma said too loud and I stopped walking. Go ahead. I saw some of them turn and look at me and look at Ma and her swollen legs and raggedy dress. I had to hold her hand to go up the stairs, and by the time we got to the door, we were the last to go in. I go by myself, Ma. I said, hoping maybe some of the others didn't see me with my grandma. I come all this way, now you want me to go home? Let's get on with the class. We walked down a long hallway to room 114 until we saw a tall white teacher waiting at the door. Good morning, she said to Ma. Welcome to 4th Street Elementary. She was young and pretty, with 2 front teeth sticking out far like a rabbit, but nowhere near as pretty as Miss Stokes. I'm Miss Arthur, and what is your name? She bent low to ask me. That's Lyman, Ma said, before I could even answer. He gets fidgety, but if he acts up, you let me know. I'm sure we won't have any problems, right, Lyman? She said, smiling. Yes, ma'am. Say goodbye to your mother? I'm his grandma, Ma said. Oh, will I be meeting his parents? No, you will not, Ma said. Like I said, if he don't mind you, let me know. Ma nodded at me, and Miss Arthur told me to go in and find a seat. I walked into a room with windows across one whole wall. There wasn't a pot-bellied stove in the corner for heat like at my old school, just a big old radiator in the corner. Didn't take long for me to find some boys to sit with. All the girls with their pretty dresses and bows sat on one side. Every one of them dressed fancy with their hair pressed and shiny with sweet Georgia brown pomade like it was Easter Sunday. Sat up front near the teacher's desk. Could tell here I wasn't gonna find anyone like little Leonard in Fuller. I tucked my scuffed shoes under my seat. One of the boys sitting close to me asked, "That's your mama who brought you?" "Nah," I said, "that's my mom." "So that's your mama?" "No, it's my grandma." "Why you call her mom?" Said I didn't know, just what I called her. "She looks old." One boy asked, "Where's your real mom?" I moved away and found another seat. Miss Arthur walked in and looked as white as cotton in a room filled up with brown faces. She gave us pencils and paper, and Miss Arthur told us to first write our names at the top and copy the words from the chalkboard. She walked up and down the rows, looking from side to side at our papers, saying, "Nice work," and "Beautiful penmanship." But when she got to me, she stopped. "Take your time, Lyman," she said. "We do our best work in this class." The boy behind me laughed soft. I moved my arm on top of my desk, half covering my papers so no one could see my big, wobbly letters. I didn't have Miss Stokes to put her hand over mine and help me, and when I thought about her, I pressed down hard and broke my pencil. When I left in the morning, I could barely wait to get to school, but between mine and the questions, the fancy dresses, and the boys in their shirts and ties, my wobbly letters and broken pencil, all I wanted to do now was go home. School never did get much better after the first day. Nice as Miss Arthur was, she wasn't little Leonard or Fuller or even Miss Stokes. Out on the playground, sometimes I joined in with the other boys playing tag or kickball, but when it came time to walk home, it seemed like everybody went to one part and I went to another. Even though I was never ashamed about having a daddy at Parchment, I was ashamed now about how Ma and her swole legs and not having any people in Milwaukee besides her and Aunt Vera's family. In Vicksburg, it felt like just about everybody was family. If they weren't, they knew the type of people I was from. In class, I worked on my letters, nice and slow, like Miss Arthur told me. They didn't look nothing like the other boys' letters. Most times when we finished lessons, I turned over my paper, hoping no one would see I was still writing like a baby. It seemed like I was playing a game of Mother May I, where I took one baby step while everybody else in class took 5.